Wow, look at this. Weil McLain. Gas-fired steam boiler. We're here to do some maintenance on this bad boy. But what's amazing is that John Lennon, I guess before he was killed by that guy,
Yeah.
he installed it. Ain't that crazy? If John Lennon really installed that, he should have stuck with plumbing. He really should have stuck with plumbing because, let's just say, the outcome could have been different.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I
Still
mean?
be here.
And I see that Keyspan was here a couple times before they got converted to, I guess, Home Serve and National Grid.
Yeah.
But in 2004, they did a something. Couldn't remove something valve. Checked up. Okay. Advised OS. Okay. And then 20 years later, DC was here. I guess that's Daniel Campbell. They did a tune-up. And we have the combustion test results from the last 2 times we were here. Wow, you don't see too many of these older gas-fired steam boilers, especially the ones with the McDonald's Miller, number 67 low water cutoff. This has got that float in there, which you gotta... Wow, you couldn't have paid me to do that again.
All right.
We'll keep that right there.
Yeah.
But it's very important that you take some water out of there.
Okay.
You know, once or twice during the heating season,
Yes.
a month.
A month. Okay.
Yeah. Sight glass looks great, by the way. Nice clear water there. Yeah, that valve don't work. And the Teflon tape there.
Okay.
That's very suspect. You have a pigtail there that keeps the latent heat off the pressure troll, protecting it. We have a sight glass, a pressure gauge that is reading almost 2 psi of pressure. You know that's not right. And we have this great white stuff here wrapped with these steel bands. It looks like cardboard, but it's not. This and that and this and this and that. Not that paste, but all this stuff right here is asbestos. It was manufactured by a company called AeroSeal, and that is their brand of steam pipe asbestos insulation. You know, back in the days, like 40, 50, 70 years ago, it was like doing cocaine. Everyone was breathing this stuff in because it was everywhere, especially the tile floor.
Oh, okay.
This tile floor right here is asbestos. Believe it or not, it's crazy. Wow. Everything was made of asbestos back in the days.
Okay.
Until certain lawyers realized that it causes mesothelioma. And it will F you up hard. Matter of fact, one of my residential clients is one of the partners in the largest mesothelioma law firms in the country, called Whites in Luxembourg. Yeah, you should see how he lives, like a king.
Sure.
Like a king. All right, let's continue. We have a relief valve right here. Let's see if we can see what PSI that is. Yeah, good luck with that. But it should be 15 PSI. And it should also have a drip light coming out of here, which it doesn't. But someone recently changed this, so I took this out. You know who did that?
No.
Because there's the blue Monster Teflon tape on it.
Okay.
I wonder why that is. We got a nice drip light here on the water heater. Very nice. We have a leak on this piping configuration right here. This is called the Hartford loop. This T is attached to the equalizer, which leaves that 2-inch pipe. And it should be one pipe size smaller, no less, or the same, 2-inch. And this creates a balanced, equal pressure on the outlet side leaving the boiler and then coming back to the boiler. And this T here is roughly halfway on the water line of the sight glass. So where the water level normally is in the boiler, that's where that T is. But you got a very small leak right there. There you go. So the best scenario here is you don't mess with this. You mess with this, you're going to take it out again. Break the union, replace this nipple, that elbow, this nipple, that heel T, which is 1.25 inches by probably 1/2 inch. Replace this nipple, that elbow, and that shoulder. Sorry, close nipple. There's no meat there. Like this is a little bit of meat. That's just called a close nipple. Okay, we're here to do a tune-up. There's our draft diverter. We have some rust on the inside bottom of it. Let's take a look under the hood and get down to the nitty-gritty here. Okay, nothing charred there, which is a good thing. Wow. This is the Weil McLain E4. 105,000 BTUs. I would love to know when this mat was manufactured.
Yeah, so would I.
I think it's older than me and you and our parents combined.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Well, you know, John Lennon put it in, so.
Oh, yeah, so he's that old.
So on Weil McLain boilers, there's a CP number, the white sticker. That's how they identified their serial number. They call them CP numbers. I don't see that anywhere here. No, just a boiler model E4, Series 3, natural gas, 105,000 input, 84 on the output. Crazy. Let's take a look in the combustion chamber. Oh, we got a lot of cocky in there. Oh man, what's all that stuff coming from? Look at all of that debris. Unbelievable. Where is it all coming from? Let's see if we can see what's up there. Oh, yeah. Not looking too healthy in there. Let's see what the combustion test results were last year. Here are the results from March 8th, 2024. You had 8% of O2, 8 parts per million of CO, carbon monoxide, 400 and looks like 35 on the flue gas stack temperature with a gross efficiency of 78.5%. Can't read that one, the ambient carbon monoxide, but we had a temperature of 60 degrees. We had good negative draft and CO2 of 7.28. So let's get the vacuum and vacuum out the combustion chamber. And all right, we started the vacuum, but I want to see how much dirt. All right. Pretty clean.
Oh.
At least now it is.
Yeah.
Old cast iron. All right. All right. And a little more dirt in the corner right there, and other than that, nice and clean now. All right, burners are back installed. Combustion chamber is nice and clean. Let's relight the pilot. Hold down that plunger, and then let's see. There we go, right there. Hold that down for a hot minute. Nice strong pilot flame there. You gotta get rid of the asbestos over there.
Yeah.
So it's dependent on you.
Yeah, okay.
So, but yes, as early as next week if you wanted to. All right, let's let go of that. And if we go to the on position, Okay. Put the cover back on and check everything else out. All right, let's take out the pressure troll so we could check the pigtail.
See if it's clogged.
Wow, look at this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is
That is this is the important document, the card for the low water cutoff.
That's the document.
That's an antique, bro. It does not get any more old school than that. I would really like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to.
Come on.
We can get it out.
Yeah.
Hold on, off camera. So, on the opposite side, they tell you that you can get the 101 automatic water feeder. Look at that. Wow. This thing, I feel like came out of one of the Great Pyramids. Or, you know what I mean?
It's like it, yeah.
And it tells you all the instructions on it. It's crazy. Wow. All right, now we're gonna spin off the gauge. Crazy. All right. There goes the lever again.
Yeah.
Let's take some water out of here. I want to get below the tapping for the pigtail on top of the low water cutoff, so I don't so I can clean it out and not dedicate time to holding the bucket, so it doesn't all the water fall on the floor. At the same time, not burn myself. All right, let's check the pigtail. Is there a sink over there? Yes, there is. All right. Oh, she's clear. That's a good thing. And the only reason why she's clear is because she's a brass alloy. If she was a black pipe, there's no way this would be clear. Thing right there, and beautiful. Excellent. All right, pressure troll, pigtail, and the brass nipples for the pressure gauge are reinstalled. There is a very low water level there. So if we turn this on and ask for heat, it should not fire up. And that should feed. All right, so the thermostat is calling. The automatic water feed is activating. The flashing light is indicated right there. Low water cutoff senses insufficient water. So after a short delay, this should kick on and we're gonna watch the water level. She's feeding. Don't really sound like much is passing through here though, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So it fed for about 30 seconds and it stopped feeding and no increase in the water level. It's getting its water off this. Looks like 1/2-inch brass. It should be brass at least. What do we think? Think that's brass? You think that's brass piping right there? Care to wager on that?
Oh.
What do you think?
Nah, I'm not sure.
It's called. It could be galvanized. What year was the house built?
1925, I believe.
Okay, you know we can do like they do on TikTok. You know with the jewelers and they do a scratch test.
Yeah.
We'll do a scratch test.
That's what we're gonna do.
Look at that.
It's brass.
It's brass.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know.
So chances are that the inside diameter of the piping is greatly reduced. Or, let's see what happens. No, you got a problem with the feeder.
Feeder?
Yeah. Actually, this is closed. Did we both just miss that?
I think we did. Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Look at that.
How did we miss that? Who closed it? I didn't close it.
No, it probably was like that for a little bit.
Wow.
And there it goes.
There goes the water level. There goes our gas. We're going to put the plate back on the front. And we'll fire up our combustion analyzer and do a little combustion analysis here. Sweet.
See, it is. It's a simple thing like that.
Get in there. Come on, baby. There you go. Perfect. So I'm not a fan of these feeders. The reason for that is as a service and repair HVAC contractor, we see things when all else hits the fan. You know, all ship hits the fan. So when these fail, they don't fail to fill the boiler. They fail to not close when they're done filling a boiler.
Oh, just keep going.
So imagine what would happen, in your own words, right? Imagine what would happen if we left this open for, I don't know, let's say an hour or half an hour or even 10 minutes. What do you think would happen if we left this open for 10 minutes? And what would you see first?
Water coming out.
Coming out where?
Probably over there. Maybe at the leak.
Well,
Back.
no, well, yeah, you'd have that anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But if this valve was left open, or this valve opened and didn't close when it was supposed to, all the piping, all the steam piping in the house will fill with water, as well as all the radiators will fill with water, and those air valves, those little silver things on each radiator, will let out the water.
Oh. Okay.
And you will have a substantial water loss here because you will have a flooded house.
Yeah.
It happens.
Makes sense.
So we're going to see where it ends up filling this boiler to. There's that line that someone had wrote with a Sharpie.
Yes.
Let's see when it stops. Okay.
Stay off?
I don't know, but why is that still flashing? I don't know.
It's going to keep going then. Looks like.
Any problems with this feeder in the past? Maybe that's the reason why this is closed.
Probably.
Because that light is still flashing. And she should be flashing. And if she feeds again, no bueno.
Look how, yeah.
Because that's full.
Okay.
A little bit too full.
Yeah.
All right. While the boiler is running, and while we wait to see if this is going to feed itself again, let's do our combustion analysis. I'm going to bring my combustion analyzer over here. We're going to start this bad boy up. And let's get the probe inside of the boiler there. Oh, it's feeding again. Look at that. I'm going to hold that there. We're gonna have to close that valve.
Close it?
Yeah. You got a problem with you have a feeding problem here.
That's where I was putting.
More than likely. So we have the combustion test results from last year, and we're doing one now after cleaning the burners and let it fire up for a hot minute. We are over 500 degrees of stack temperature, and we have a gross efficiency of 75% and climbing. And what these numbers basically tell us is how well this system is burning fuel and how efficient it is. So the best way to put these numbers into layman's, I guess, understanding would, let's start with the bottom line right now, which is 76.5% efficiency GR. That means that for every dollar of fuel that this boiler burner uses, 76 cents is actually heating your home. Yeah.
14.
Yeah. We have a stack temperature of 562 degrees, and slowly, it looks like it's hovering around 562, and now it's jumping up again, and I'm not moving that at all, but we have a very high stack temperature. A traditional, newer steam HVAC system will be in the fours. It will be higher than a traditional like hydronic boiler that a lot of people home, only because it's creating steam. It's not heating water to 180 degrees. It's creating, it's boiling that water to 212. But it looks like we're at 575 of stack temperature, O2 of 8.6%, and a CO2% of a little under 7% of 6.95. I'm gonna clipboard this and we'll do a draft measurement. All right, negative draft. Approaching the temperature that we were at before with our combustion analysis. And looks like we're good. Let me clipboard the results. All right, there's the combustion test results. Higher than last year, but our O2 and CO2, we're good with that. This thing errored out finally. Some kind of electrical issue here, because this normally gets a signal from that when there's a low water condition, and that's the only time that usually feeds. So chances are of this getting, running over and over again, whatever, it's best to leave it off and manually add water. That way you know how much water the system is being, and how much water the system needs to be replenished in order to keep that. How often are you adding water?
Every couple days.
Every couple days? Really? What temperature do you keep the thermostat at? 90?
72.
72?
72, 74.
Really?
So how often should it be?
Once a month?
Wow, that much.
Yeah.
That easy.
Yeah.
Every few days, yes.
Really?
Maybe because it's leaking, that doesn't help.
No, it's not really leaking. You have a little drip
Okay.
on the union, and you have a little drip there.
Yeah.
Insignificant. Adding, and that would have to be a bucket of water every couple days. So if it's not leaking out of radiator air valves that are hissing continuously, then you have to figure out where the water's going.
Right.
Or any radiator valves hissing continuously?
No.
Okay. If one or two of them are hissing continuously, that's not a good thing. If all of them are hissing continuously, that is typically a pressure control issue. So imagine the pressure control that we just took apart and we verified the pigtail was clean. Imagine the pressure control wasn't working and the boiler would run to high pressure. All the air valves in the home will be hissing continuously because it needs to get rid of that pressure. Okay. And eventually that relief valve that's missing the drip leg will also trip and release that pressure, and this laundry room will turn into a cloud. A very, very hot cloud. Wow. Yeah, you don't want to be in here when that happens. But system's working other than the automatic water feed. We should probably check the top of the chimney, see if there's any white smoke coming out of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another thorough example of how we leave no stone unturned when you call Pipe Doctor Home Services for your HVAC maintenance visit. All service calls for any heating systems are done with a combustion analysis, just like I did here. Easy peasy. We leave no stone unturned. So, lesson of the day is, if you are tired of getting bamboozled by your HVAC contractor in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, I want you to pick up the phone and call me at 516-348-6300. Me and my team would love to help you out. You can also save time. Book online at pipedoc.net. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for welcoming into your hand, whether you're watching this on a phone, tablet, your computer, or your living room. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. And the best way you can continue supporting this channel is by subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's zero cost or obligation. Memberships are available starting at $2.99 a month. Great way to help support creators like myself. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you in the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe.